I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you wake up every single day excited for the life that you get to live? Do you open your eyes in the morning and know that day you're going to create more wealth, more success, more happiness, more joy, more love, more overall health and prosperity in your life? Do you wake up every single day knowing that you have everything that you need and that you can create anything you want? Or are you waking up just to try to keep everything together, to try to feel safe and secure? See, the first mode where we're expanding our outcomes, that's creation mode, that's creator mode. That is your real being. That is your real essence in this world. And the second is survival mode. And that's where most people are stuck and most people are trapped. And if you look, people go where they don't want to go and they do things they don't want to do. And they say yes when they want to say no. And they say no when they want to say yes. And they're literally living a life just based around safety and security and trying to feel okay. My name is Mike Kitko, and I, 7 years ago, was in survival mode. I was 300 pounds. I was suicidal. I was drinking at toxic levels. My home, my relationship with my wife and my children was full of physical, mental, and emotional abuse. And literally every facet of my life it just felt like a war zone. And every day when I opened my eyes, there was a sense of dread, and there was a sense of loss and hopelessness. And oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this again. And now, 7 years later, when I open my eyes, I can't believe I get to live the life that I live. I touch people and impact people and make a difference in the lives of people around the world. Wealth continues to build. My relationship with my wife and my children are better than they've ever been. My health is now back intact and expanding. All of these outcomes are expanding on a regular basis. I've got beautiful people in my life who want for me what I want for myself. And there was a simple formula that helped me get there. And listen, this isn't new philosophy. This same formula is available in world famous books like Think and Grow Rich, like The Science of Getting Rich, like As a Man Thinketh, any of the teachings by Neville Goddard and Dr. Joe Dispenza. They all, the Secret, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, they all give you the exact same formula. And during the course of this video, I'm going to share that formula with you. First, before I share that formula, I've got to help you understand what's happening deep, deep, deep inside of your subconscious mind. There are two primary parts of your mind. There's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And the conscious mind is the part that you're aware of. That's the one where you're actually thinking consciously and you're solving problems and you're making decisions and you're contemplating and you're thinking about things. That's your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is actually running your life. Your conscious mind is like an app on your phone, and your subconscious mind is like the operating system that allows the machine to power up, that allows the app to actually function, to actually work, to be usable. Your life is being run unconsciously, and you might not even be aware of that. 95% of everything that you think, feel, say, do is run subconsciously. It's run like it's a program that is running in the background, and you might not even be aware of these things. You ever have thoughts that just pop up out of nowhere and you don't know where they come from, and you got these voices in your head and you got banter and chatter and thoughts and stray arrow thoughts pop up? That's your subconscious mind speaking to you. Your conscious mind is where maybe you take one of those thoughts that pop up, a stray arrow thought, and now you start to solve it. Now you start to try to contemplate it and try to figure it out. And maybe when you do a crossword puzzle, that you're using your conscious mind. When you make a decision, like when you decide and choose between two things, you're typically using your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind keeps your heart beating, keeps your blood flowing, keeps you breathing, keeps your eyes blinking. The easiest way to explain the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind comes from driving. When you first learn to drive a stick shift, you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. You have to pay attention to when to shift gears, when to hit pedals, when to take your foot off the gas. You have to really put all these pieces together, and you're thinking about all of these things. And you advance the story a year, and you get in your car and you don't even know you're driving a stick shift. It just your body, and you're already embodying driving a stick shift. So your body knows what to do, and you're doing it unconsciously, and it just happens, and it happens without you making decisions for it to happen. You know, and when you leave your house and you get in your car, and maybe you're going to the grocery store, or maybe you're going to work, or maybe you're going to wherever you're going, and you get in and you don't even remember driving when you get there. You can't even remember if you stopped at lights, and you can't remember the path, and because you're just it's just a well-worn path, and your body just knows how to get there. That's your subconscious mind in action. 95% of everything that you think, feel, do, say, speak, choose is happening unconsciously. It's happening deep within the recesses of your subconscious mind. And things are formed in your subconscious mind through experience, and especially through feeling. So let's go back 10, 20, 30 years, maybe go back to your childhood, and something happened in your childhood that triggered a flood of emotion. Your subconscious mind now has something tangible because of the feeling, and now it triggers thoughts because of that feeling. If that feeling was good, then it's trying to get you to feel that feeling again. And if that feeling was bad, then it's trying to get you, your subconscious mind is trying to get you to avoid that feeling again. So maybe your thoughts are trying to figure out a way to have more of what you want, and your subconscious thoughts are sending you messages to try to avoid pain that you've experienced in your past. And they're just flying all over the place, and they're coming at you, and you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know they're happening. They're happening underneath the hood, and they're happening in the background in your operating system. And you're just like going like to places that you're familiar, and you're doing things that are familiar because your subconscious mind is trying to either get you to recreate or avoid experiences of the past. So in essence, your subconscious mind is literally wired from the past to repeat the past or to avoid the past. And it's all about the past. Meanwhile, when you're thinking consciously, you're trying to create a bigger future, and you're trying to get what you want and get what you need now and do things that you want to do now, but your conscious mind only controls 5% of the choices you make, and the decisions and the thoughts and the feelings and the actions and the words that come out of your mouth. In essence, we operate from our subconscious mind. The difference between somebody who is excited to wake up every single day from someone who's not excited to wake up is one person understands how to use and harness their subconscious mind, and the person who's not excited is not utilizing the benefits of the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed anytime you want. But first, you have to understand how it operates and how it performs. And you also have to understand how to reprogram your subconscious mind. And that comes from first understanding the formula to create anything you want in your life. Everything in my life changed when I understood this formula. And listen, when I give it to you, you're going to think this is too simple. And it is simple. It's very simple. And it's almost unbelievable how simple it is. But you know what? It's not easy to utilize. It requires work. It requires effort. It requires training. but it's very simple in nature. But this simple formula transformed everything in my life. And I mean everything in my life. Like 43 years old, I completely went through a process of rebirth and transformation, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, my career, how I served others, relationally, the quality of my relationships both at home and in the world. I went from employee to employer. Everything shifted when I understood this simple formula. And your first thought might be, that's bullshit, but it's not. I promise you. And here is the formula. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create action. And action determines your results. I'm going to repeat that. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create action. And action determines and creates, is responsible for the results that you've achieved. We talked about the subconscious mind, and I helped you understand, I hope you understand, that 95% of the thoughts that you think are unconscious and in your subconscious mind. You don't even know they're operating. So here's what I want you to connect with. Here's what I would love for you to understand and embrace is, if you want to understand what's in your subconscious mind and the thoughts that you're having on a daily basis, if you really want to understand what's happening, look in your bank account, look in the quality of your relationships, look at your body, look at the choices and decisions you make, look at the career path that you're on, look at the amount of success that you have, look at the amount of impact that you've had in the world, look at how big of a life you're living. If you want to understand what's happening in your subconscious mind, just look at your circumstances. Your circumstances tell you everything you need to know with what's happening in your subconscious mind. And from those thoughts that are happening, you're creating feelings. And from those feelings, it's moving you into action, or maybe it's keeping you from action. And from that action or inaction, you're getting results in your life. Look, most of this world loves to feel like a victim. If you look and watch people and listen to language, if you hear all the blame and all the shame and all the guilt and all the threats and all the harm that's spoken from one person to another, and people feel victimized, and people feel like they're just a helpless victim of life, what they're really a victim of are their own thoughts, their own subconscious, unconscious thoughts, their way of being. Your operating system, the thing that's operating in the background, that's keeping you moving, that's keeping you breathing, that's keeping your heart beating. It's keeping you alive, and it's keeping you in a state of survival. And it can move you into a state of creation and creativity and expansion. But you must understand that your thoughts, feelings, and actions have gotten you here. And the same thoughts, feelings, and actions are not going to get you to the same level or to the next level, to where you want to be. They will keep you at the same level if you continue to feel and think and act and choose and be the same person you are right now. And if you want to know who you are at the unconscious, subconscious level, simply look at your circumstances. It'll tell you everything you need to know. If you want to make massive transformation in your life, if you want to make massive shifts in your circumstances, and if you literally want to go from waking up in a state of dread to waking up in a state of excitement and enthusiasm, you must learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind, your subconscious processes, your unconscious thoughts. And that requires, instead of living from thought to feeling to action to result, do what the wealthy, successful, and happy people do on a daily basis. And that's move from result to action to feeling to thought. And then the next section, I'll tell you exactly what that means. Listen, we've already talked about the process of creation, how a thought creates a feeling creates an action, and an action creates a result. And if you look at some of the philosophy and some of the books and some of the life teachings that have been around for hundreds of years that we already discussed, Think and Grow Rich and the Science of Getting Rich and As a Man Thinketh and the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, they all say the same thing. Thought creates feeling, feeling creates action, action creates results. But they also say that you can reverse that process and rewrite the code of who you are. So listen, your mind, your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real from false. It doesn't know what's tangible from what's not tangible. And what that means is if you think about what you want by closing your eyes and breathing deeply and think about what you want, and you feel it in your body, in your heart of hearts, and allow that visualization and that feeling to consume your mind and body, the subconscious mind starts to rewire itself as if that is true. By getting clear about what you want, the result, by visualizing the actions that you would take as if you already had the result, by feeling the feeling of having that result in your body, guess what happens to the thoughts in your subconscious mind? They rewire themselves. Your body, your mind will literally rewire itself and begin to embody new circumstances now as if they've already come true. And when you embody a new operating system, you will create the contents of that operating system. Let me say that again. We've learned that thoughts create feelings, feelings create action, and action creates results. But by getting clear about the results that you're looking to create, by visualizing that they've already happened, that you're already living that life, by feeling the feelings that new life is already true, your subconscious mind, the 95% of you, the operating system that is literally running your life, will begin to heal itself and rewire itself and repair itself and live as if that new reality is true now. And if your subconscious mind, as it's built right now, is creating your current circumstances, that only means that if we rewire our minds and our bodies for a new future, then it's going to live as if it's true, and it's going to create new circumstances. This is the strangest secret that Earl Nightingale was talking about. This is the process of visualization and manifestation, if you want to say that word, that pop culture word. If you want to say these things, this is what all these books were trying to tell us. It's the truth of creation. Thoughts create feelings, feelings create action, action creates results. And when we rewrite the program and the script and the operating system that's operating deep within us that we're not aware of all the time, our mind and body begins to live as if it's true, and it creates circumstances from that new operating system. So can results create new actions, create new feelings, create new thoughts? Yes, because that process rebuilt my entire life. Let me tell you what that looks like. Every single morning, I sit down for a prolonged period of time. I close my eyes. I breathe deeply. I visualize the life that I want to live. I feel it in my body as if it's already true. And the new thoughts, the new sponsoring thoughts that it takes to create those new feelings, to move me into action, to get the new results, basically happens unconsciously. When I visualize the health that I want, and I start to to visualize and understand the feelings that I would have in my body if that health was already true, the code, the programming, the stories in the operating system begin to rewire and speak that into existence. And I see and I experience and I understand and I connect with new thoughts and new ways of thinking without even trying to think new thoughts. I used to live in just a minefield of painful thoughts and stray arrows and stray bullets and worry and fear and doubt and stories of insecurity and inadequacy, stories that everything was going to fall apart, my life was going to fall apart, my wife was going to leave me, and I was going to lose my job, and my money was going to disappear, and I was going to go bankrupt. All these stories that were in my mind and on my body, and all the feelings that I had, that it was just like my life was just going to start completely falling apart. Well, I was making it true back then because those were the stories that were in my body. So it started to become true. But when I started doing the process, the backward causation process, and I got clear about what I wanted and started visualizing like it was true and started feeling that new reality in my body, new thoughts started replacing old ones. And when new thoughts replace old ones, new feelings replace old ones, new actions replace old ones, and new results replace your current results. This is the process that can create for you anything you want. Thoughts create feelings, feelings create action, action creates results. And all you need to do to create any circumstance, any outcome, any new reality you want is to believe that you are the creator of your life, and then begin the work of preparing your mind and preparing your body for a new reality by bringing that new reality to your mind and body right now. And then your mind and body will take over from there. This is the strangest secret. This is how you think and grow rich. And this, my friends, is the science of getting rich. Listen closely. Here's my invitation to you. If you are ready to finally wake up every single day excited about the life that you get to live, if you are ready to expand and achieve higher levels of wealth, success, happiness, joy, love, peace, freedom, overall health and prosperity in life, visit me at www.innerwealthglobal.com. I've got multiple ways to help you, both from just an online perspective to group experiences to working directly with me. Don't settle for less than you deserve. And you deserve everything you want in life. You deserve to wake up every day knowing that you can create anything you want and capable of enjoying the life, the precious life, the miracle of life that you've been granted. The average human being has 70, 80, 90 years on the planet. Don't waste another second chasing outcomes, chasing pleasure, chasing freedom, chasing these things, but finally do something to choose these things for yourself. I've given you the formula. I've given you what it takes and what the wealthy, successful, and happy people in this world already know. This is not new technology. This is not new science. This is not new philosophy. This is age-old, tested, tried, true methodology that works. If you're ready for more, visit me at www.innerwealthglobal.com, and I'll see you there. And I hope you are as ready to transform your life as I am to help you.